Let's make a starting half treble crochet, which is a starting half double crochet in US terminology. This stitch replaces the standard 2 chain that most patterns will refer to, and it begins with the starting double crochet, which is a starting single crochet in the US. So you extend that loop a little on your hook and place your hook through from the front to the back of the first stitch. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop, which basically means that you're pulling that loop through from the back to the front of your work. Yarn around hook and pull through both loops. This is a starting double crochet, starting single crochet in the US. But now we build on it. You're no longer working into the top of that stitch. Instead, you look at the front of the stitch, there's a V. The left leg of that V will be very obvious, and the right leg is ever so slightly hidden. The next step to your starting half treble crochet is to place your hook through the left leg of that V on the front of the work, not on the top of work. Then you yarn around hook and you pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn around hook and pull through both, and that finishes a starting half treble. Let's do that again. So you've extended the loop a little to make your starting double crochet. Your hook is placed through from the front to the back. Yarn around hook and pull up a loop. Yarn around hook and pull through both to make your starting double crochet. You ignore the stitch at the top and you look to the left leg of the V, which will be on the front of the stitch. So there's the left and there's the right. Place your hook through the left leg of that stitch, yarn around hook and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn around hook and pull through both, and that finishes your starting half treble. And then you can just continue to do half treble stitches into the next and the next stitch. This starting half treble will always count as your first stitch. It will create a straighter edge to your fabric and also help stop these holes that form when you use turning chains. This is a 2 turning chain and it creates holes. You don't get that with a starting half treble because the stitch is thicker and it's placed directly into the first stitch of the row. That's one of the reasons I think this is a fabulous alternative. When you work the next row, the top of the starting half treble is easy to find. You can see it here, and it's much easier to work in than a turning 2 chain. You can see how the wall has been built up, and then you've got the top of the stitch.